Good morning or good afternoon. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to stop by this video. I've got a video coming to you today, but there was a part of it that did not get videoed like it should have. So it's going to kind of start somewhere else. I put in my community tab the other day about a lot of preview of what I was going to be making, and I'm going to go ahead. I'm making English muffins. This is something one of my subscribers, I believe it was Brenda. If it wasn't Brenda, please let me know down in the comments. Told me about how she makes them up and they were fast, no knead, easy English muffins, and I'm like, I need something besides canned biscuits for my husband's breakfast. So I thought, I went to the website she told me about, and I got the recipe and I made it. And what you're going to see in today's video is me making them. It's just the first part of it, putting all the ingredients into the bowl. I didn't get that videoed. So it's going to start after everything has been put into the bowl, stirred up, and then stuck on my kitchen table. Yeah, my kitchen table for, it was roughly 16 hours that it rose for 16 hours. Now, if you're interested in the recipe, leave a comment below and I will get you the recipe. I will actually link you to the YouTube site, or Brenda, you can put it down there too if you want to. We're in this community to help and share with one another. But y'all, I tasted them. They are absolutely amazing. I love them. I'm going to be making more. The only problem is I need to make a double batch instead of one single batch, because I made up 7 of them. They disappeared within less than 1 day. They were that good and that simple. So we're going to go ahead and get this video started, and I hope you guys will come along with me. And like the title said in the thumbnail, making English muffins in a cast iron griddle pan. Y'all, absolutely amazing. Let's get this video started, and thank you so much for taking the time to stop by. So guys, here's the dough after it has been resting for at least 16 hours. It has risen significantly, and if you look, and I'm hoping I can get all these beautiful, if you look, you can see all these little bubbles right here. Hopefully that will make all those lovely nooks and crannies that go in English muffins. So like I said, this is a new recipe. I've never tried it before. Thank you to Miss Brenda for showing it to me. So what I'm going to do now is take this plastic wrap off of it. I already have a board over here. I'll show you my board. This is my board. I've got it dusted with cornmeal. You can use flour if you want to. And this is what I'm going to be cutting them out to rise. Oh, wow, y'all. You can smell, it smells like sourdough. Oh, this is going to be so good. So I'm going to take this and just kind of break it down. Just kind of like break it down a little bit. It's very sticky. So I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, but let me go ahead and get me some flour out of here, because I'm going to be putting this dough on here and just letting it rest and then cutting it out. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to take the dough and just, hopefully it will come completely out. I don't know if it will, or if I'm going to have to get, yeah, it's going to take some coaxing to get out. Yeah. It's going to take some coaxing to get out, but that's fine. Come on. There we go. So there it is, and it looks beautiful. I'm just going to flip this over one time like this and not mess with it. And then I'm going to take this sheet that I had on it. Look at the condensation that built up on that. I'm not sure if I need to wipe that or not, but it was like really muggy here yesterday. I'm going to go ahead and wipe all that off because I don't want that dripping in. And I'm going to just put it over and let it rest for about 10 minutes. That's supposed to calm the gluten down so it'll stop expanding. I'm just going by what the recipe told me. And you don't want it to get dried out. We're just going to let this sit there for 10 minutes. We're going to come back out and start cutting these. So now, guys, it's been resting. I'm going to take this off, put it over here. I'm going to flip this one more time. Probably going to need my dough scraper, because this is like some really sticky stuff. Definitely needs a little bit more of that. I'm going to put it down, and then I'm going to kind of pat it out, and I'm going to roll this to a 1/2 inch thick. And I'm going to cut them out. And I don't have a kind of cutter that most people would use, but if I do make biscuits or I make anything else, I use this large wide mouth lid from canning. It works beautifully. I use it actually to cut out hamburger buns with, because I have done those. So I'm just gonna cut this, make this about like 1/2 inch. Actually, about 1 inch. I'm not really sure if this is going to be 1 inch or not. We'll see. It's not going to be perfect. Definitely need to stick this in here. Get some flour on it. I'm going to put it in here. Cut it like this. Lift it up. And then put it over here. It's not cutting exactly as I want, but I'm not going to... Perfect. But here's what it looks like. I guess that's about 1 inch. Just going to put it over here, and we're going to let them rise. The recipe said it gets between 9 and 12. You know, that's kind of, I guess, different with, depending on the humidity and everything else. Because bread can do some funky things. It really can do some funky things, the flour. So let me go ahead and get the rest of this cut out. So guys, I ended up getting 2, 4, 6, 7, and a little bit thing left. It may be because, I don't know, maybe these are going to be jumbo. I'm not really sure, but I think they look good. I'm happy with what I got. Now I'm just going to take this. I'm actually going to go stick it on the kitchen table where it's a whole lot warmer over there with the sunlight. I'm going to simply cover it up for the next 45 minutes, and then we're going to come back and cook these things. Y'all, I'm getting super excited. So now I have got my cast iron pan heating up. I did not grease it or anything. It's just seasoned like it normally is. You can use whatever pan you want, but I am using this one. It's going to be interesting because I'm having the first time made these. It's going to be interesting just to see how they turn out in a cast iron, because I know these things heat up a lot faster than your regular fry pans do. Here are the English muffins, and I'm kind of worried it's going to tear it up, but taking all of this off right now. I probably should have oiled it, so I'm concerned it's going to tear it up. Not as bad as I thought it would be. Okay, and I did go back and put this in the video. You didn't see that before, but here's what they look like. Let me get you a little close up before I actually stick them in the pan. Here's what they look like. Here's kind of the thickness of them. You can see how they did rise, like right through here and stuff. I've learned a lot from this lesson, but I'm going for taste right now. Appearance will work on later. So we're supposed to cook these each for 5 minutes on each side. So I'm going to go ahead. This has gotten hot. I'm going to try this small one first. Hope I can do this right. I'm not sure if you guys can see this. So let me go ahead and take this off. And I'm just going to come over here and put it in the pan like this. And it's supposed to cook for about 5 minutes. This is going to be really interesting. Hopefully I can do this right. This dough is still very sticky. Okay. Let's get this one right here. If I keep this up, the shapes are going to be totally different than what they should be. I'm really praying these don't stick, y'all. I really have no clue as if these are going to stick or not. I mean, the shape. And we'll put that one in. Let me bring you closer. Here they are in the pan now. They are starting to bubble. I think I better turn them. So I went ahead and turned one. Let me go ahead and turn another. They are blowing up, which is like really good. Flip. Ooh, like this. Starting to look good so far. Do the other one. And let's get this last one. It's stuck. That wasn't good. Let's get this. Yeah. Well, these are definitely going to be a little thicker. I'm going to kind of pat them down, but not much. But you're supposed to cook them for about 5 minutes on each side. You can see how they're starting to blow up right there. Kind of reminds me of a pancake. You can see this. But y'all, as of right now, I'm really just going for flavor. And I'll kind of tweak them later, but I really like the idea of cooking them in this cast iron griddle. So let me go ahead, get off here. I've got these other 3 to do, and I'll bring you back in a moment, and we'll see how they turned out. Here's what they look like a little bit more. I'm having to tweak my oven because, you know, if you work with cast iron, it heats up faster. But you can definitely see it. They're starting to plump up really good. Trying to get in there. And they're doing really good as far as not sticking. That was what I was worried about, is them actually sticking in this cast iron pan. And I just basically going to leave it. I'm turning them because I'm afraid they're going to burn. You're not really supposed to, from what she said, but we'll see. Oh boy, you need to get back over here. So yeah, so let's just go ahead, leave these be, and come back and show you what they look like. They smell good. So guys, these are just about ready. I would say they almost are, but I'm going to show you a comparison. Let me go ahead and take one off. Okay, I'm going to show you how thick this is. Let me see if I can get this done right. How thick this is compared to right here. See how much they blew up? They really blew up beautifully. I was worried about that. That seems to be doing fine just now. And now I'm flipping them around constantly. Sorry, I wasn't in frame. To make sure that I get them even on all sides. So guys, I've got just about all of them done. I'm not sure if you can see, but I have a few in the pan that I'm just letting finish up. Y'all, these are, look, this is what they look like. One gives you a close look. Hopefully this is showing good. And the side. And there's the other side. So it definitely got thicker than I was supposed to, than what I thought it was going to get, but that's okay. I can make them a little thinner next time. They are light, so the test is to get the knife. And I've been letting this cool. So I'm going to cut into this very carefully because my hand's down there. Let's open it up and let's see if it looks like anything. All right, so that's what it looks like. It looks kind of like a English muffin. I cheated though. I have tried it and they do taste good. They're just very thick. So that's what they look like right here. You can see all the little air pockets, the little nooks and crannies. I'm actually going to get now, come over here. Well, first of all, I'm going to go over here and, oops, sorry about the hand, y'all. I'm going to flip these again because I am still working on them. I'm trying to make sure they get done all the way. And then I think this is like a better view of it. So let me go ahead right now, grab some butter. Just going to grab the butter and put it on. It probably won't melt all that good because this is one of the ones that are cooled off. Get a little bit more butter. Put this one. Thought this would be a little bit better if I could actually let you guys see it right here. There's butter for that one. And for this one. Yes, so here's definitely what it ends up looking like. I'm going to show you guys. Just better to show it to you, my hands. So I think this is going to be a really good thing to use differently. Another way to use up my bread flour. And I did use bread flour in this recipe instead of the all-purpose flour because I didn't have any all-purpose flour. That may have made a difference. I don't know. So that's definitely something to look into. But I am very, very pleased with this. Very, very pleased with this recipe. So guys, here's finished product. You noticed I had on there, I think I had 7. They've already been 8. But here's just a little bit more of a close-up. Little nooks and crannies. I will definitely be making these thinner next time. I think that would have helped a lot. Got some honey, some blueberry jelly to put on them. But my goal is to make my husband's lunches out of them next week to save on buying those canned biscuits that have gotten to be ridiculous. So anyway, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much, Miss Brenda, for giving me this recipe. Would have never thought to make these on my own had you not suggested it. And that's what the community's for, is to help one another. Save money in these crazy, uncertain times. Thank you so much for stopping by. God bless.